All right, let's talk about Facebook. It's this absolute giant, an empire that feels both totally invincible and, well, weirdly vulnerable at the same time. We're talking about a digital nation with nearly a third of the planet as its citizens. But its future? That's a huge question mark. So today, we're going to tear it down. How did it get here? And more importantly, where is it going next?
So let's just start with this number, because it is absolutely staggering. 3.07 billion monthly users. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. Facebook isn't just some website. It's basically a digital nation state. And yeah, by that number alone, it's a wild success. But that massive number? It's hiding a really dangerous secret. And here is that secret. Look at this. While the total population is huge, the next generation, they're gone. I mean, back in 2015, Facebook absolutely owned the teen market. 71% of them were on it. Fast forward to today, and that's cratered to just 32%. This isn't just some slow decline, folks. This is a generational cliff.
So, this brings us to the central puzzle, right? The big paradox we're going to unpack today. How can the biggest social network on Earth be losing its actual social relevance? It just doesn't seem to make sense. Well, to solve this mystery, we've got to go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, Act 1, the genius of Genesis. See, to really get why Facebook is in trouble now, you have to appreciate just how brilliant its original strategy was. They didn't just build another website. They solved a very specific, very human problem. So cast your mind back to 2004. The king of social was MySpace, right? And it was just chaos. A total free-for-all of anonymous profiles, glittery backgrounds, and your online identity was all about performance. Facebook came along and did the exact opposite. It was almost boring, utilitarian. By forcing you to use a real university email, it did one absolutely crucial thing. It tied your online identity to your real-world identity. It wasn't a playground, it was a utility. And that one simple move? It unlocked the most powerful force in tech, the network effect. You know the deal. The service gets more and more valuable with every single person you actually know who joins. This created this massive defensive moat around their business that was basically impossible for competitors to cross. But of course, every network has to start somewhere, right? You can't just flip a switch and have a billion users. And Facebook's solution to this cold start problem was honestly a masterclass in strategy. They did this phased rollout. First, it was Harvard only. Then they expanded to other Ivy League schools, then high schools. And only after all that did they open up to the general public. Why? Because it guaranteed that when you finally joined, a bunch of your real-life friends were already there waiting for you. Genius. Eventually, the company boiled this entire strategy down to one beautiful, data-driven metric. It became famous. Get a new user to add 7 friends in their first 10 days. If you could do that, they were hooked. They'd stick around for good. And the reason was crystal clear. The product wasn't the photo albums or the pokes. The product was the network. Okay, so that's how the empire was built. But here's the twist. The very thing that made Facebook a titan, that all-encompassing network of everyone you've ever met, is now the source of its greatest crisis. This is Act 2, the empire's hollow crown. The kingdom is massive, but the town square is empty. And the best way to think about this is the idea of digital suburbia. Imagine a massive city with millions of residents, but the public parks and squares are totally deserted. Why? Because everyone has retreated into their private homes, their backyards. That's Facebook today. Everyone's in private messenger chats and closed groups. And the public town square, the newsfeed, it's becoming a ghost town. And listen, the data backs this up completely. Just look at the modern newsfeed. It's not really about your friends anymore, is it? More than half of what you see is just random video content. Then you've got ads, you've got stuff from brands and professional creators, and that tiny little sliver left over, that's for the people you actually know. And if you're a creator or a brand, you feel this. The average engagement for a post on a Facebook page is a minuscule 0.15%. I mean, that is practically zero. It tells you everything you need to know. The public feed, which was the core engine of this entire platform, has essentially stalled out. It's broken. So that begs the question, a question I think we can all ask ourselves. Why did you stop sharing personal updates on Facebook? I mean, when was the last time you posted a real-life update? Well, there's a specific psychological reason for this, and it actually has a name.
It's called context collapse. Think about it. Your Facebook network includes your grandma, your boss from 3 jobs ago, your best friends from high school, and that random cousin you see once a year. How on earth can you post something that's right for all of those people at the same time? You can't. So what do? You post something super bland and safe, or, more likely, you just post nothing at all. Okay, so if the core product, the public feed, is fundamentally broken, what comes next? Sticking a Band-Aid on this isn't going to work. Facebook needs a truly radical pivot. And that brings us to Act 3, the unbundling thesis. A new vision for the future that's all about strategically breaking itself apart. Here's the core idea, the big thesis for this entire teardown. To survive, Facebook has to abandon the monolithic one-size-fits-all feed. It needs to unbundle its social graph into a whole portfolio of purpose-driven, premium digital communities. We're talking about a move away from the ad-supported public square to a network of user-supported private worlds. Now, that sounds pretty high level, I know, unbundling and private worlds. But what does that actually look like as a product? Let's have some fun here and actually build out a new product blueprint, a dream roadmap for what this new Facebook could be. So to ground this, let's create a target user. We'll call her Amelia. She's 38, she's a professional, she's a parent, and her pain points are probably pretty familiar. She's drowning in the chaos of managing different community groups. She feels this real anxiety about her family's digital memories being lost, and frankly, her trust in big public platforms is just shot. So our first new product idea is for Amelia, the community manager. Let's call it Circles. We take Facebook groups and we put them on steroids. We let Amelia add tiered subscriptions and take payments directly. We give her professional-grade moderation tools, maybe powered by AI, and easy ways to manage events. All of a sudden, it's not just a group. It's a real platform for high-value private communities, maybe even a business for her. Okay, second product idea. This one's for Amelia the parent. Let's call it Legacy. And this is designed to solve that digital legacy anxiety. Imagine a totally private, totally secure digital vault just for your family's memories. But here's the magic. It has a generative AI storyteller that helps you co-write your family history. It has AI tools that can restore old, cracked photos and automatically transcribe handwritten letters from your grandparents. It's not just a photo album, it's a living digital heirloom. Now, a pivot this big doesn't happen overnight. You'd need a clear 3-year transformation plan. Year 1 is all about incubation. You launch Circles and Legacy as standalone beta apps. Year 2, you start the integration. You redesign the main Facebook app to de-emphasize that old, broken newsfeed. And by year 3, this becomes the new default. Subscription bundles are now a core, driving part of the business model. And let's be really clear here. This isn't about adding a new feature or a new button. This is a fundamental pivot in the entire company's philosophy. It's about shifting from a business model that's based on selling our eyeballs to advertisers to a new model based on creating genuine, tangible value for us, the users in our private worlds. So, this all comes down to one final, really critical question. A question for you. If Facebook actually built this, if they offered you a truly private, meaningful, ad-free experience to run your communities and preserve your family's most precious memories, would you pay for it? Let me know what you think.